A lot of you are pretty familiar with Google at this point and the ability to zoom and scroll around the world as you've done with some of the other assignments. I wanted to show you some features in this movie that are going to be particularly useful for investigating volcanoes and visualizing them in Google Earth. So I'm going to zoom in on a recent volcano I'm interested in, Mount Fuji here. One thing you should notice is that if you go down to the corner of the screen, you should see the elevation of the feature you're looking at. That's showing the elevation where your cursor is right now. If you don't see it in feet, one thing you might want to do is go to Preferences, and in this 3D View tab, make sure that your units of measurement are set to feet and miles as opposed to meters and kilometers. You can also mess with this feature, the vertical exaggeration, which will make things look a little bit more dramatic. For instance, it'll multiply the elevations by 1.5 when you're viewing them, for example. I'll reset that back to 1 so that we're looking at things realistically. Now as I zoom into Mount Fuji, one thing I can do is I can hold down the Shift key on my keyboard and then scroll with my mouse again. And if I do that, what happens is I don't pan around instead, but instead I start looking along the horizon and being able to see how Mount Fuji compares to its surroundings. This is really useful if you want to get a sense of the scale of the volcano and sort of a baseline elevation that's reasonable nearby. So you can take pictures of views like this that'll give you a sense of the horizon nearby. When you're done doing something like this, one thing you can do is go to the view at the top of the screen and reset tilt and compass. This will get you back to your familiar overhead view so you can start navigating again.